Welcome to Naka Tales, where the truth cuts deeper than fiction, and not every villain wears black. This is the story of how I found out I was never the one, just the one who happened to be there. And what I did with that realization. Well, some people call it revenge. Others call it closure. Me, I call it necessary. I've been sitting on this story for a while, debating if it was worth sharing, or if telling it would just reopen wounds better left closed. But here I am. A few beers deep and a push from my brother later, and you're about to hear it all. 6 months ago, my relationship ended in a way that left me reeling. Not because she cheated, though that's what I thought at first, but because she loved someone else the entire time, and I didn't even know I was the substitute. Her name was Grace, 27, graphic designer at a mid-sized firm downtown. Artsy, funny, loved indie horror films and those overpriced teas in glass bottles. We met at a music festival, introduced by mutual friends, that kind of instant spark you read about. I'm Mark, 29. I run a small construction business, early mornings, calloused hands, steel-toed boots. You'd think we were opposites, but somehow it worked. At least at first. We had the kind of beginning you brag about. First date that turned into an all-nighter, deep talks about childhood and fears and future dreams. First kiss in the rain, cliché, I know, but real. I fell hard. I thought she did, too. But you know what they say about red flags? They look like confetti when you're wearing rose-colored glasses. Her Instagram still had pictures of her ex, Tyler. Not just buried deep in her feed. I'm talking about whole vacation albums, selfies, even a best memories highlight reel on her profile. I noticed it early, but ignored it. Told myself it was her past. That I wasn't the kind of guy to be jealous over social media. That what mattered was how she treated me. And she treated me well, until she didn't. 2 months before everything blew up, we were curled up on her couch after dinner, just scrolling through our phones. She laughed at something on her screen. I glanced over, and there it was. Tyler's gym selfie. Shirtless. Sweaty. Flexing. She'd commented, looking good fired up. I didn't get mad. I didn't even raise my voice. I asked, do you still talk to Tyler? She shrugged, not even looking up. Sometimes. We're still friends. I pressed a little. Isn't that weird? You were together 3 years. That's when she hit me with it. That look, part annoyed, part superior. Don't be so sensitive, Mark. It's just Instagram. We have history. I follow him for the memories. For the memories. That night, I dropped it. But something inside me shifted. And once your gut starts screaming, it's hard to ignore. I started noticing things. She'd smile at her phone randomly. Turned her screen away when I walked in. Said she was texting co-workers, but her stories never quite lined up. And every time Tyler posted, there she was in the likes. Then came his birthday. I didn't even know it was that day until I saw her repost a picture. One of their old beach photos. Him behind her, arms around her, golden hour. Her caption, "Happy birthday to this one. Some people never get replaced." My stomach dropped. Never get replaced. What the hell did that make me? She was in the shower when I saw it. I didn't yell. Didn't slam anything. Just grabbed my keys, wallet, and drove. I ended up at my friend James's lake cabin. No service. Just me, silence, and the sound of my own heartbreak. When I turned my phone back on the next morning, 37 missed calls. Dozens of texts. They ranged from confused to angry to "I'm worried" to "you're overreacting." I didn't reply. Instead, I called Rachel, Grace's best friend. We'd always gotten along. I figured if anyone would tell me the truth, it was her. She agreed to meet at a coffee shop. Looked nervous the whole time. "Is this about the post?" she asked. I nodded. Among other things. I asked the question I'd been dreading. Was I ever more than a rebound to her? Rachel went quiet. Then, she was destroyed after Tyler. Like, therapy for a year destroyed. We were shocked when she started dating you so soon. How soon? 2 months. She told people it was 8, but it was 2. My hands were cold. What happened with Tyler? I asked. Rachel looked pained. They were out celebrating their anniversary. He'd found messages between her and her trainer. Nothing physical, but definitely flirty. He waited until dessert, in front of all their friends, read them out loud. Then left. She was humiliated. I was stunned. And after a year of therapy, she just jumped to me. She said you were different. That you made her feel safe. Safe, I repeated. Rachel hesitated again. There's more. She still has a shared cloud album with Tyler. She's been adding photos to it. Stuff from your relationship. That was the knockout punch. She's documenting my life, for him. Rachel nodded. He's been texting her more. I think she hoped he'd take her back. I drove home in silence. Then, I made a plan. It wasn't legal revenge. Nothing extreme. But it would be something she'd remember. I texted Grace, saying I needed time, that I overreacted and just wanted space. She bought it. I booked a reservation at Rialto's, the same Italian place where Tyler ended it. I invited our mutual friends. Told them it was a surprise dinner. Everyone was excited. For 2 weeks, I acted like the perfect boyfriend. Apologetic. Sweet. Calm. She seemed unsure of my calmness. Like she'd expected more fireworks. Then the night came. Everyone was seated when we arrived. She was glowing, probably expecting a proposal. Drinks. Appetizers. Laughter. Then dessert. I stood up and tapped my glass. I want to thank you all for being here. It means a lot to share this moment with you. Grace beamed. We've been together a year and a half. And during that time, I thought we were building something real. But I was wrong. The room went quiet. Grace's smile faded. Grace dated me 2 months after being dumped, right here, in this restaurant, by her ex Tyler. She told everyone it had been 8. It wasn't. Eyes widened. Whispers started. She told me she followed him for the memories. But she wasn't done making them. She's been adding to a shared album. Keeping a record for him while with me. I pulled out my phone. Showed the public evidence, screenshots, posts, comments. Happy birthday to this one, I read. Some people never get replaced. I looked her in the eye. You were right. He never got replaced. I was just filling in. She stood up, shaking. Mark, stop. No, I said calmly. You'll never change, will you, Grace? I dropped money on the table and walked out. Just like Tyler had. Behind me, voices rose. Friends whispering. Grace yelling. A manager approaching. I didn't look back. Aftermath? Predictable. Some friends were furious. Said I humiliated her. Others? Quietly supportive. I blocked her number. Told my crew not to let her near the job sites. 3 weeks later, on a stormy night, she showed up. Screaming my name. Banging on the door. Mascara running. Drenched. You have to fix this, she sobbed. He won't talk to me. You ruined everything. That was it. She wasn't mourning me. She was mourning the chance to crawl back to him. And I'd burned that bridge. I loved you, she whispered. Maybe not the way you deserved, but I did. I didn't respond. Eventually, she left. Rachel told me later Grace moved back with her parents. Deleted social media. Started therapy again. Sometimes I wonder if I went too far. But when someone uses you as a stepping stone back to their ex, something inside you breaks. I'm dating again. Carefully. Watching for flags. Listening to my gut. And I've learned something. Love without respect isn't love. It's just loneliness with pretty packaging. I was never her forever. But at least I made damn sure I wasn't her doormat, either.